Hi there everybody and welcome. It's Tuesday, which means it's time for another weekly stamping session with you guys. This is Jackie here from Stampingjack.com and I've got some lovely cute projects lined up for you this week. So let me just check my setup, make sure I'm coming through okay. When you arrive, just leave me a comment here so I know you're with me. And let's see how we're doing. I hope you're all well. That you're all still surviving lockdown. Not a lot to... Hi Lynn, welcome. Not a lot to report here, as I'm sure it's the same for a lot of you. Just life goes on. We just keep going. Hi Doreen, welcome. Hi Jenny. Good, you're all waiting and ready to go. It's good to have you here. So yes, no huge news from me this week. Just cracking on, doing what we're doing, working and all the rest of it. I did manage to have a really nice crafting session at the weekend, which was great. The only thing for me is tomorrow is my evening, and welcome. Tomorrow is my husband's birthday, and it will be the second time only in our 20 odd years together that we're not together on that day. So that's a little bit of a not very nice, but what can you do? He's not a baby, he is a big boy, as he keeps saying. Thank you for sharing, Lynn, and that reminds me, yes, if you wouldn't mind sharing this video, I'd really appreciate it. When I've built up my supplies a little bit more, I will start doing my giveaways again. But at the moment, they didn't come with me in the first tranche. So, hi Debbie, welcome. Thank you for joining us. So yeah, tomorrow's going to be a bit of a not a great day because, as I say, it's his birthday, and we don't make a huge fuss about birthdays in our house, but it's nice. Hi Kathy, welcome. Haven't seen you for a long time. Hope you're okay. Hi Diane, welcome. Good, we've got a good load of us today. So today, fingers crossed everybody, that our IT issues from last week don't resurface, and that hopefully we get a decent signal all the way through tonight. Hi Jenny, thank you for sharing. Oh, you've had a long day. Well, just sit back, relax, and enjoy the creativity for the next little while. So tonight I've got some fun projects for you, but they're all using you'll have seen on my Facebook page at the pinned post, is the, I can't think of the name of it now. I think it's the Share Sunshine digital stamp set that Stampin' Up have released. So it's 19 pages of various, there's some great sentiments on here, really just focused around the current situation, so ways to just send some current situation themed cards, and every penny from the sale of these stamp set goes towards some COVID-19 charities. One of them is the World Health Organization. Can't remember the others, but anyway, these are just a lot of fun, and I've got some cards just using some. You can see just how many different ones you get, and tonight we're just going to use some of these. I love sending love on paper hugs. If you wanted to do service ones, some of them are even just, one day at a time. Love conquers all things. So what I like is that a lot of them are printed in our Stampin' Up colours, and at the beginning of this PDF, it tells you what all the Stampin' Up colours are in the different sets, so that you can images, so that you can match them up. And it always also tells you what coordinating punches or dies you might want to use with them. Now, one little tip I want to share with you is that what I found is, obviously they print out on A4, and if you're wanting to punch or die cut in particular, A4 doesn't go through our machines. So what I do is I just cut my sheets in half long ways, and that means then I've got a lot more flexibility in terms of how I get in at my sentiments. And if I want to die cut one like this one here, I've cut one that's sort of in the middle, so I don't have to strip the whole thing. I can just put it there and run it through my machine like that. So as I say, I know some of you have already bought this one, and I've seen some great cards from you all. So tonight we're just going to play with these. So let's start with, if any of you have bought this already, let me know. It'll be cool to see. And I know, as I say, some of you have already shared your pictures. So for the first one, okay, this one is inspired by you, Diane. Diane, I see you on there. So Diana's got this set and she's been sharing with it. So it's this sentiment here which says, I totally share my toilet paper with you. Now we do have a die that cuts this image out. It's a Banner's die, I can't remember. But again, that's not in my kit that I've got with me at the moment. So I've just fussy cut this out and it's not that difficult, but I did it ahead of time so you guys don't have to watch me. Hi Sue, welcome. And then I've got a layer of, so the colours in here are Mint Macaron and Pretty Peacock, I think this one is. So I've got a panel here of Mint Macaron and I thought, well, you know, if we're doing toilet paper, it's got to be quilted, right? I've got to be top end toilet paper on this one. So I've used my quilted embossing folder for this. I've been having a lot of fun with this one recently. It's just absolutely gorgeous. So we're just going to take our glue and then I've got a Whisper White card base. Okay. When I get round to it, I will put up a blog post that has all of the dimensions and supplies for all of these cards. Okay, so we'll just lay that on there like so. All right, then we'll pop some dimensionals on the back here. These cards come together so quickly because of course there's no stamping either. Hi Emma, welcome. Oh, we've got a nice full house tonight. That's great. Hi Kat. Delighted to have you all here. I think 8 o'clock obviously is a better time for everybody than 7. So I think we'll stick with that. So I'm just going to pop that there like so. Okay. And then this is where I've got to thank you, Diane. She did a great card. I'm going to create a little toilet roll. So what I'm going to do is I've snipped a piece of toilet paper, unused obviously. And then I'm just going to roll it. You can see I've already had a go at it. So I want to roll it reasonably tightly, but I don't want to go overboard. Okay, and then when we get to that stage, I'm just going to grab a glue dot. Paper tool. Where's my paper tool? There it is. Okay, so what I'm going to do with my glue dot is I'm just going to try and roll it a little bit to make it a little bit smaller. Hi Jenny, it's 2 p.m. here. Oh my gosh, 2 hours sleep. Yes, feel free to fall asleep. I won't mind. I often fall asleep to craft videos to some of my favourite ladies. And that's not a reflection on them, that's simply just the way it is. So there now we have our toilet roll. And then all I want to do is I'm going to place, normally I'd put my embellishment on my glue dot and then add it to the card, but I'm worried that it might tear the toilet paper. So I'm just going to add it to my card here. And then, see Diane, we inspire each other. You'll have to have a go at it now. And there we go. I just think that's so fun. And like I said, thank you to Diane for the idea about the little toilet roll. So easy to do. So that's card number 1. I think I might send that to my son, actually. I think he'd get a kick out of that. I think he'd a bit of fun. Right, so the next one is, I love this sentiment. What a year this week has been. And you know what? At work, it definitely feels like that. So 2 of my work colleagues have been having to quarantine or self-isolate for the next few weeks, but we've continued to work and it's been really, really busy. So I think I might send this to them. So we're just going to, so this one, I haven't die cut. I've simply just trimmed it to size, but it fits our rectangles and there's a number of other different labels, various labels that it fits. Okay, so I'm just going to glue it. This is Pretty Peacock, which is one of our current in colours. So I'm just going to stick it on there, try and get it straight even. Okay, and I'm going to put some dimensionals on there for the moment. And then I'm going to make this kind of male theme because my colleague is male. So I've got this paper, which is from the Country Club Designer Series paper, which is in the spring catalogue. So this is sort of golf themed, as you can see from here. But I do love the sort of the argyle patterns on the other side of it. I don't really know any golfers, so golf is not much use to me, but the argyle patterns on the back are really nice. So I'm just going to pop that onto our layer of Pretty Peacock. Okay, and then I've die cut these. These are from, again, it's another set that's in our annual catalogue, and this is the Geared Up Garage dies, and I love these. They've sort of sat there and I've been meaning to use them for ages and never quite got around to it, so I'm really pleased to do that now. So I'm just going to lay that there for the moment, and I'm going to put a little bit of snow down here just to hold this in place, because this is going to go over it and hold it properly. Like so. Okay, and then I'm just going to use a little bit of glue, just some little dots. Don't need a lot, otherwise they'll just ooze out. And then just stick these down. And we'll pop one down here. I also like the fact that by not sticking down all of this, you get a little bit of extra texture. Okay, and then just, again, it's just a standard Whisper White card base. And there we have card number 2 already. I know all you guys always enjoy a good male themed card. So again, you know, this would be cool. You just add a happy birthday or any other sentiment on there that you wanted. So that's card number 2. We're flying through them tonight. The next one is using this sentiment from the set, which says spread joy, not germs. And I've cut it out using one of our stitched rectangle dies. Okay. And then I'm going to layer it onto a Daffodil Delight. So this is the next layer up of our stitched rectangles. So I'm just going to glue that on there. Okay. And just pop some dimensionals on the back. Okay. And then we've got our card base is Pear Pizzazz. We've got a layer of Whisper White and also a layer of Basic Black. Okay. And you will understand what these are in just a minute. So I'm going to layer that on there. So then I was thinking, okay, so this is great. All right, but what am I going to do? I can't just do this. So I only want to decorate my card. So I die cut these. So here's a little challenge for the eagle-eyed among you. Let me see if anybody can tell me where these come from. I like these because I think they look a bit like COVID-19 virus or just any old virus. So they're kind of fun. So yeah, while I'm putting it together, let's see if anyone can guess. And if you don't guess, I'll tell you anyway. Okay, so we're going to pop that there. And then we're going to use our mini dimensionals. Okay, and just pop it on the back here. Okay. Oh, we've got some guesses coming through. Jenny, you're not as sleepy as you said you were. Yes, believe it or not, these are the centers of the poppies in our poppies dies. If I show you, this is a flower of die cuts. We've got our layering dies. So this is one of the centers that goes in there, and these are another one. So I've just die cut these from coordinating colours. So well done, Jenny and Diane. Okay, and then I want another green one. So let's see where my green, if I've got another green one. Let's see. Yes, I do. Okay. Well done, Kat. See, glad to see you guys are paying attention. That reassures me that I'm not talking to myself. Okay, and then I think I'm just going to add in just a few little sparklies just for fun. Jenny's trying to force herself to stay awake. I love that. By the time I go to bed, Jenny, I'm not fighting anymore. I just give in. There we go. Okay, and then just going to add that to our card. So you can see I'd cut my black bits out of my panel, save wasting a scrap. Okay, and then we'll pop that onto our card piece. There we go. And I think we need some Wink of Stella on these. Okay. I don't know. Are virus microbes sparkly? I don't know. In my world, let's make them so, shall we? There we go. There we are. So that's card number 3. These cards are coming together super, super quick. There we go. Alrighty, so now, so that's using the dies. I'm now going to do a bit of stamping. So I'm going to use these painted poppies, okay? So I've die cut the I Miss You So Much, and that's using, you can see that. So this is the label from the Best Dressed die set. So this is an online class. This is my next online class. We did Under My Umbrella last week, and that was a lot of fun. So the packs for this class went out today. So there's some cool projects in here, but there's still time if you've missed registering for the project pack, which is basically all the bits that you need to craft along on the night of the class. So we do a live Zoom class. So it's as close as I can get to having you all around my table. So if you order the pack, then I give you all the pre-cut pieces like you'd normally get at my class. And then if you've got the stamp set, you can just craft along. If you already have it, then that's great. And the other way you can do is you can just join in online. And that way I'll send you in advance all the details of the pieces and the bits and pieces that you need, so you can get them together and get them ready ahead of the class, and again, craft along. So it's a lot of fun. As I say, the first one we had was last week. We made some cute projects, so I'm really looking forward to this next one. I'll post a link to it. But as I said, the packs went out today. I do have a few extras. I always make up a couple of extras. So if you've missed the deadline, let me know. I can't guarantee that the post will get it to you in time, but we'll do our best, okay? Right, so we've got the I Miss You So Much, and then I've got a scrap of white. So I'm going to use these two, and I'm going to use the blob, for want of a better word, okay? So we've got our large flower, and we've got our smaller flower. Okay, and then we've got this. So this is Night of Navy. So I'm going to stamp my flower outlines in Night of Navy. Okay, so I'll just move those out of the way. Okay, let's clean that up a bit. Don't like that pressed too hard on my piece of paper, so let's do that again. Okay. There we go, that's better. I need to re-ink my pad. The Night of Navy is a bit lighter than I want it to be, but that's okay. Okay, so that's my outlines, and then I'm going to use, I think I want to use some daffodil delight. I love navy and yellow together. That's so saffron, I don't want that. Let's just grab Okay, so I'm just going to, now this image doesn't line up exactly with these flowers, but I'm not that worried about it because I'm going to die cut them out. Okay, so we just get it roughly. Okay, and then, what's happened there? It's actually picked up the Night of Navy ink, so let's ink that one again. I'm having a problem with this big flower, so let's try one more time. Okay, and then let's clean off our stamp. So normally, let's just grab a scrap. Here we go. Okay. So to prevent that happening again, I'm going to just ink it once. Okay, and then clean it off and ink again. That way I won't inadvertently pick up the navy. Okay, and then for the yellow one, small one. There we go. Okay, so now let's close these up. I'm just going to quickly die cut these two out. Just bear with me 1 second. Let's grab the dies. Okay, so let's just line them up first of all. So this one's pretty easy. Just goes on like that, and I'm just going to use a tiny bit of washi tape to just hold it in place. Okay, and then for this one, let's see, we just keep going round and round until we're happy with it. I think it might go. Not there. There. What I normally try and do when I'm lining up a die like that is I try and find an edge that's kind of distinctive. So I was looking for this little bit here to find a petal that would fit. Okay. And then we'll just pop that on there, and I'll just run that through. I'll be back in 1 second. Okay, so here we are. Let's pop these out. Okay, we've got our flowers. So you can see we've got a bit of extra on the edge there. So I want to just, I've got some ink in my lid, so I'm going to take my blender pen and just carefully just colour that in. I have to be careful because I don't want to pick up the navy ink. Okay. There we go. Okie dokie. Alright, and then of course this needs some Wink of Stella. Again, I'm just being careful that I don't pick up the navy ink because the Wink of Stella will blend it. Okay. There we go. Alright, so let's bring in, and then we've got our card base here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some grey granite ink and a scrap. Okay, I'm just going to create a little bit of texture. So we're going to use the splodges. This is for you, Kat. I know how much you love a good splodge. That's the technical term, by the way, guys. Alrighty, so let's just get some positioning going here in terms of what we want. There we are. It's going to go there, and a bit of some leaves. Okay. So we're going to take this. Okay, and we're going to and then just stamp off. Around. Okay. That's it. That's all we need. Okay, and then I have some leaves somewhere. Die cut. Ding, 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 ding. Oh, where have I put them? All right, let's see. We've got some here. All right, so let's see, what are we going to, so this is the fun bit. This is deciding what we're going to put in where. In fact, what I'm going to do first is let's put the dimensionals on the back of these and pop them down. And I'm actually going to just squidge them a little bit, just to give them a little bit of extra texture, because flowers are never flat, are they? Okay, and then same with this one. There we go. Okay, and then I want so I just want the bottom of this, so I'm just going to tear this, and you cannot beat a good splodge, Cat. You're absolutely right. It's nearly as good as a good spritz. Nearly. Okay, so I'm going to put that one there. And so what I've done is I've just put a little bit of glue in here, and I'm just popping my leaves in there. And then we want something down here. Yeah, I don't want to go mad with the leaves, but yeah, just a tiny little dot. Yep, I know exactly what you mean. They're scary to begin with because they just don't look quite right. And if you're used to having nice, neat cards, then no. But once you're converted, I think they're a great way to easily add texture to your cards, particularly if you stamp off and use it very lightly. They do add a lot. There we go. And then I'm just going to take some rhinestones and just add a couple. Oh, I better stick this on, hadn't I? Let's grab our mini dimensionals. There we go. Pop that there. There we are. Okay, and then this is just going to be, oh, excuse me, I'm just going to pop this whole thing up onto a Whisper White card base. I do love the look of a white panel on a white card base. I think it's just so simple and elegant. Really, really like it. Thank you, Anne. There we go. There we are. And I think there's one more touch to this. I think I've just thought of something. Like we said, we've had our splodges. Let's have a bit of spritzing. So I've got this is Pineapple Punch, one of the few pens I have, but I think it will work. So I'm just going to spritz a bit of yellow on here. So we take the brush tip into our cap and we just flick. There we go. So now we just have a little bit of yellow in there as well. Okay, I'm pleased with that one. That one turned out really nicely. Better than I had thought in my head. But you know how they say, I love it when a plan comes together. So I normally have 4 cards for you. Because those ones are so quick, I've got another one. So I haven't done a rainbow in a while. And I was watching one of my favourite Stampin' Up! Demonstrators, which is Dina Rico in the States. I love her cards and I love her videos. And she made this fantastic card. So it's a copy of what she's done. So let me just grab my die. Where's my die? So this is using, again, it's the Best Dressed die set, and this is the strap that is part of that set. It kind of makes up a little bag, okay? And I love, you could just use regular strips, but I love the stitching on these. I think it's gorgeous. So I'm going to make a little rainbow. And while I do that, I'll try and figure out what I've done with my die set. But anyway, back to the card. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just pop down some glue. Can you see that? And it happens to me all the time. It happens to me all the time. And it has happened on camera. But anyway. All right, so all I'm going to do is I'm going to take, so I've laid down a little bit of glue, okay? And I'm going to just lay these down. Okay, so we've got our Poppy Parade. And then we've got some Mango Melody. And I'm just going to just push them so that they're totally lined up against one another. Okay, and then we've got Daffodil Delight. There we go. And then we've got some Flirty Flamingo. All right, we're going to need a little bit more glue. So we're just going to add a little bit more. You can see I'm just putting on a tiny amount. You do not need a lot. Okay, and we've got our Coastal Cabana. And then we've got a little bit more because we've got one more strip. Okay, and then we've got Blueberry Bushel. So this is one of the in colours that's retiring at the end of, or at the beginning of June. So then we just push them up so they're all together. Okay, and I still haven't found my die. So now I'm doing the usual thing that we all do on our craft tables, where we say, it was here just a second ago. I just had it. Where is it gone? Okay, so let's just trim. And I know what will happen is I'll pick something else. I'll use it. I'll finish the card. And then when I end the live, it will be right there in front of me. I'm sure you can all identify. Right, so then we just trim our pieces off. Okay, like so. And then we've just got a really fun background. Okay, let's pop these scraps over here. And again, it's a great kids card. Just lots of different options for it. So I can pop this on because I'm not going to stamp on this. So let's grab my dimensionals. So again, I'm doing the white on white. I think it helps. Like I said, it's really good for just clean and simple cards. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. Pop that on there. So already that looks fun. Okay, but I'm going to make it better. Even if I can't find the die that I want. Let's just see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use, found it, yay! There it is. The scissors, they are Lidl's finest. They're not very good for intricate cutting or anything like that, so I use them for big stuff like that or for glue and all of that stuff, and they're very good. I also like when I'm doing a long piece like that, having a long scissors helps you get the line straight-ish. Alright, so now we need a scrap of white. Let's see what I can find, because I used up my allocated scrap in the last card. Alright, let's go with this. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do Hello Fabulous. Okay, and stamp that in black. Because again, I find when you're using a lot of particularly bright colours on your card, then keeping your sentiment to black really works well. It makes it pop. One of my favourite colour combinations is black and white with a pop of colour. It's a great, easy way to get colour on your card. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly die cut that. See how that fits in there. Cute. Okay, I'm going to try and get this straight. Let's just see how we do. Sometimes it goes into the machine straight, but somehow manages to shift while it's in there. All right, happy with that. Okay, so that's going to get popped up. Okay, and then we're just going to add some sparkle to this. So pop that there. So you can see that's quite graphic. So if that was kind of a kitty card or a mail card, it worked really well. But I want it to be a bit prettier than that. So I'm going to add some, these are the From My Heart faceted gems. So these are from the Spring Summer catalogue. So these come in, I think it's Flirty Flamingo, Poppy Parade. Hi Kathy, welcome, thank you. And white. And we've got various different colours and they go everywhere, as you can imagine. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, they're too small for glue dots, so I'm going to just add some, squeeze very gently. There we go, and just add some tiny little dots of glue. I've got a little bit of gunk in here, but I know it's going to happen. I'm going to squeeze this and then it's going to come out in a big splodge. So I'm going to do that on a scrap first, get it going again. Yeah, it's blocked. So let's get my pokey tool and just, see that? We've just got a little bit of gloop in the top. So we'll just get rid of that. There we go, that should free it up, so let's try that on our scrap. Something a little bit more required, so let's just do that. I have two of these, by the way, one that I use for gluey stuff and another that I use for other stuff. So I'm just going to pop that there. You can see it should be coming out now. There we go, see, it's oozing now. Okay, so in fact what I'm going to do is, I'm going to actually put it there. Okay, and then I'm going to use this. You just pick up some little spots of glue and add them down. You've got a little bit more control if you do it this way. Okay, and then we want one up there. I think we probably want one down here as well. Okay, so we'll start with that. So now I'm going to grab my Pick You Up tool and we're going to add some colour on here. So we're going to add one here, and I want a white one on here. Okay, just give it a moment to catch and set. Okay, and then I want a small one here. There we go. And I'm going to put a pink one down here. And let's see, oops, don't know if you can see these, but there's lots of different ones. So like that, what I tend to do is if you're trying to pick them out of a big one like this, it just becomes very difficult. So I find it easier to just spread them out. So let's see, let's put, I think another white one here. There we go. And I think maybe, now here's the challenge, is when do I stop and not over embellishing? So I actually want a small pink one, so let's see if I can find one in here. Here we go. Pop that there. And I think we need one on our sentiment, don't we? I think we need one here. And I think we'll have, what do we have? I think we'll have a small, let's have one of the medium ones here. There we go. Happy with that. And then most important step, close the embellishment jar. Otherwise they will be everywhere. And then I think there's one more thing. Let's do some wink of Stella. So I'm just going to get my barrel nice and full. I'm waiting for my wink of Stella replacement to arrive because I'm running low. So hopefully that will be with me. You getting it? Yeah. Not as much as I'd like. Hang on. Let's see if we can get this going. Oh no! Disaster! I think I might be out of wink of Stella. Hold on. Let's see. Fingers crossed, ladies, that I've got one that's got enough juice in it to do a spritz. Aha! There we go. Got one. Yay. All right. That's better. That's more like it. Don't know if you guys can see that sparkle. There we go. It's very visible. Oh gosh, now I don't know which one is which. I think it's this one. Okay, let's put that one there. I'm going to have to put a sticker or something on these that says okay for colouring, but no good for spritzing. There we go. Oh my gosh, I've gotten it everywhere. My whole work surface is spritzed, is Stellaed. There we go. There we go. So, speaking of waiting for my order to come, what's also in my order with my wink of Stella is what I've ordered from the new catalogue. So I'm really looking forward to when this stuff arrives. See here, these are where I've highlighted the things that I'd like. So you can see there's quite, oh, I shouldn't really have shown you the inside there. You can see there's quite a lot that's on my list. Okay, so yes, so these are on my way. Hi Amy, welcome. So these are on their way to me, and I will be sending these out in the next couple of weeks. So if you've ordered from me in the last, yes, it's some top secret new catalogue bits, but once I get the catalogue bits, they're not going to be top secret anymore, are they? To be honest, I'm going to be straight on here to you guys to show you and have some fun with them. But yes, I'll be sending out these catalogues in a few weeks. So if you've ordered from me in the last 6 months, you'll get one, and you will enjoy it. Which also reminds me that you will have seen, normally I have an online launch when a new catalogue comes out, and it's one of my favourite events. But unfortunately, that's not going to be possible. Everything covered in wink, absolutely, including me. I've got it all over my hands, Kat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do an online launch party. So that will be on Saturday, the 6th of June. So put that date in your diary. How it's going to work is basically there's going to be stuff happening on the page, on my Facebook page, pretty much all day. So there'll be lots of fun and games and my infamous scavenger hunt. There'll be prizes and giveaways, and then I'll go live at various points through the day where I'll be talking you through and showing you some cool projects. So it's a lot of fun, and do do put it in your diary, and hopefully we can see you at some point during the day, or you can watch it back afterwards. So that's definitely something to watch out for. So let's get back and we'll go back and do a review of our cards. So the first one was the Diane inspired sharing my toilet paper card. And then we had the what a year it's been, this week has been. So again, like I said, all of these cards except the last one has been using that Share Sunshine PDF stamp set which has come out, which is absolutely amazing. We've got Spread Joy Not Germs. And then we've got the I Miss You So Much from, and also using the Peaceful Poppies. Put that under there. And then we've got the Hello Fabulous rainbow card using the Dress to Impress, which we've got an online class for. So leave me a comment. Let me know which one is your favourite. Can you see them all? Don't normally make 5. Thank you again, all of you, for joining me. I'll wait and see what you guys say about your favourites. I'm glad that the network and the signal held out this week, and we managed to get through it all in one go without blurriness. How did I get? You missed it, Kathy. These are from the Peaceful Poppies dies. So these are the centres that go with the Peaceful Poppies. So let's see if I can get the die set for you. It is, or is it the Poppy Moments? It's the Poppy Moments dies, Kathy. So it's these. So you've got the base flower, you've got the outline, and then here, that's one of them. There's the dies. Okay, so there we go. Spread Joy. The last, yeah, I'm going to have a hard time picking them actually. Spread Joy. I think it's going to be a bit of a mixed bag this week. Some weeks it's unanimous, and then other weeks it's a little bit more mixed. 4 and 5. Oh, that's all right, Kathy. You can watch it on the replay. I roll my toilet paper the wrong way. Actually, Diane, I like it the other way around, but the glue dot made it look lumpy. So, so there's a question for you all. When you hang your toilet paper, do you hang it face in or face out? Is that a little bit too much information? I don't know. I remember having a conversation with a colleague of mine a number of years ago, and a big point of contention between her and her husband was that he liked to have it this way and she liked it the other way, and it drove her mental. Drove her absolutely mental. So there you go. All right, so thanks again, everybody. Again, it's been a pleasure as always, and I will see you all again next week. If you get a chance, do download this stamp set. It's really, really fun. Okay, bye everybody.